Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. Today on the podcast. So somebody's told you your roasted coffee sucks and you feel very hurt by what they've said. How should you respond? What should you be thinking? How should you be feeling? This is something that seems to be coming up regularly and constantly over the time that I've been in the coffee industry. I hear people get triggered by other people's feedback. So I wanted to address kind of the thought process that should be going through your mind when somebody gives you some feedback about your roasted coffee, particularly when it's unsolicited. So before we do that, here's some important things to understand, especially for the new roasters in the community. When you are tasting coffee, you may not realize, if you're new to coffee, that what you're tasting in the cup isn't just a result of the roasting. We have defects that we taste in the cup, whether it be through a cupping session or however you're brewing the coffee. There are 3 different types of defects that I want you to consider. And this will make sense when I come to the second part of what I want to talk about. So there's the green coffee that influences how the cup's going to taste. And defects in the green coffee are going to influence the outcome of how your coffee tastes. The second influence is the roast. The roast defects are going to influence the way that the cup tastes. And the third one are the brewing defects. Brewing defects are going to influence the way the cup tastes. The job of the coffee professional is to be able to taste coffee and identify what it is that they do and don't like in a cup, and be able to understand where the things that they didn't like came from. Was it from a brewing defect? Was it from a roasting defect? Or was it from a green defect? So when you hear somebody say, "I don't like your roasted coffee," having an understanding that there are 3 different places that things that are unfavorable from could result from is an important way to manage your own way of receiving the information that they're telling you. When you are hearing feedback from people, the very first important thing for you to understand is this person your target market for the kind of coffee that you're brewing? So before you hear what anybody else has to say about your coffee, or the person who's giving you the feedback particularly, qualify them to find out what kind of coffee they like. Because there's sort of a 4th thing that needs to be considered that is not a defect. We have different ways of roasting coffee. So if we get everything right and we put out a roasted coffee, not everybody likes light roasted coffee. Not everybody likes dark roasted coffee. Not everybody likes naturals or washed coffees or coffees from different origins. It's the same as any other product that's out there. People have a taste for things. So when somebody tells you that they don't like the product that you've offered them or that they've drunk of yours, you first have to find out if it's a right fit for them. Now, if it is a right fit for them and you've qualified that, that's when you can go back to understanding what it is that they've tasted in the cup, so that you can assign whether it was a brewing issue, a roasting issue, or a green coffee issue. Because harboring all the burden of somebody saying to you, "Your coffee tastes like shit," is not going to solve any problems. You're looking for finding people who are going to enjoy your coffee, and you creating a product that keeps them coming back to want to continue enjoying your coffee, because you're in the business of business. You want to sell more of what you've got so that you can continue to grow and sustain your business. So it is incredibly important that you find the right people that are in a place that will enjoy your coffee and ask their feedback. Now, if you're looking for professionals to do this, it's important for you to know whether they can or cannot put their own palate aside, or their own likes aside, not their palate, their own likes aside, so that they can give you a critical analysis of what it is that they're tasting in the cup. So for example, if you were to approach someone like Ann Cooper, my very dear friend Ann Cooper. Ann Cooper would be able to tell you, no matter what kind of coffee she likes drinking, Ann would be able to say to you, these are defects that are coming from the roast. These are defects that are coming from the green. And I tasted some things that I messed up because of the water that I used when I was brewing it. That's the kind of analysis that you're looking for, not your coffee's shit or your coffee's not shit. You want to go deeper than that. So I hope this has been helpful. Understanding more feedback from people who are qualified to give it to you and fall into the group of people who you're trying to attract as your target market is an important portal into improving what you're doing. So I hope this has been something that helps you move further in your journey as a successful coffee roaster and business owner. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.